What's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back. If you're new to my page, then hopefully enjoy this video enough that you'll now become a subscriber. For today's video, if you're a returning subscriber, then you probably remember I recently installed the 40-inch Heretic light bar up top on my PRINSU rack. So today we're going to be installing the OEM switch. So that's going to go, eventually this is going to get changed out, and then the tall skinny switches are all going to go up here. But for now, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the switch because I don't know what. I might Velcro it somewhere and just call it good for the time being. If you're new here, this is my 2020 Tacoma TRD off-road. Been doing a lot of modifications on it. We've got some Yokohama Geolanders. Those are mud terrains, 285, 75, R16, Stealth Custom Series wheels, Icon Stage 6 suspension. Changed out the grill, put a little Raptor lights in there, tricolor badge. We have some BAJA Designs Squadron Sport ditch lights. I showed how to do the wiring and installing on these. Just go down to the description below. Same thing with the PRINSU rack, Heretic light bar, MAXTRAX mounts. Showed how to do all those in the videos down below. Took off all the chrome, put a little TRD off-road badge, black sticker in the back, a couple tailgate inserts right there, smoked out tail lights. So yeah, there's my build. Got a decent list of modifications I've done and future modifications. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow along. Now for today's little OEM switch install, I am horrible at wiring. I will say that now, and you'll remember that from the BAJA ditch lights when I did the wiring for that. So I've got to figure out, we've got to run some wire through the firewall, even more wire. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to make that fit. And then we'll see where the heck all these green, black, yellow, and red, and all this stuff's gonna go. Here's the wiring mess we're working with. This whole thing right here is gonna be for the light bar, and I've got my ditch lights also wired in here. Those are gonna come right through here. So it's kind of all, actually no, see, I got all kinds of stuff going on everywhere. This is for the light bar. My ditch lights are running through here. So I just have this zip tied. It's just like a little temporary thing. I'm gonna end up cutting it off right now, and then if we need a zip tie again later, we will. Also got a relay, which I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I went ahead and disconnected my battery. Make sure you do that when you're cutting these wires, and anything wire related, I make sure that I'm as safe as possible because I'm not good with this stuff. Okay, hopefully the lighting is decent enough for you guys. Let's get this zip tie off first, and then we'll just kind of extend out the 50 feet of wiring that comes when you do your light bar and your ditch lights and all that. Okay. With the OEM switch, I am not going to cut off a lot. The reason for that is just I want to leave room for error and then any changes down the road. So I'm just going to cut this back a tad right here, just like that. The firewall for the Tacoma is right there where I have this flathead. So all I'm doing is just kind of making that hole a little bit bigger where I have my ditch light harness going through. If you're curious as to how to drill into there, you can watch one of my previous videos on, actually the video where I install the ditch lights. I kind of explain it and show it how we drilled a hole into there. And then it's going to be an awkward angle, but it's going to come out right, where's it at? Right there. So you can see where the wiring harness is coming out. And I just used a flathead to guide the wires through the hole with a little bit of tape. Now I'll just feed the harness through that. Okay, you could see a little bit right there. Now I don't know how I'm going to keep this light mounted. Oh, there we go. Might have a little bit of room. You can see the new wiring harness is just above there. So all I'm going to do is try and grab it while filming for you guys. Let's see here. Okay, I got it. There it is. And now I'm just going to keep running it through, make sure I've got room over here. So here is the 30-foot relay that comes with the Heretic light bar, or the harness, I mean. So I've got a little bit of room. I fed it through just about as much as I want it to go. And really all you need is for it just to go up to your switch panel up here, if you're still going to use this switch panel. So this is definitely enough room to go behind there and up. However, I don't have my new switch panel yet, so I'm just going to stick it here or something for the time being. And here's with the relay, they do have relay holders. I believe Cali raised LED has a holder that you can get for like 3 relays. As of right now, I just have 1 relay for my light bar. My ditch lights did not come with a relay, so I'm just gonna do some good old-fashioned zip tying. Real quick, when I bought my 40-inch light bar and installed it, I mentioned in there to just purchase a wiring harness if you are not good at doing any wiring stuff like myself. So I paid $30 extra and it came with the wiring harness, the relay, everything good to go. Went on Cali Ray's LED, purchased the light bar, OEM switch, and then 5 heat shrink connectors as well with that. What we've got to do now is figure out what's going to go with the red and blue. Black is obvious, black's going to be our power, so that'll be easy. I just need to figure out how I'm going to keep, or what the other wiring is going to do, because I have my ditch lights set up to where the blue is only backlit when the lights are on. Other than that, the light is completely off. The blue in the background is completely off whether I have my headlights on or not. And I want it to be the same way with my light bar. Okay, I'm just gonna get one of these wires and we'll go into these heat shrinks. It's gonna come to a stopping point where my crimper's right here. And then just crimp this. All right, make sure you got a nice tug on it a little bit. Cool. And we're gonna do that to all 3 of these. We'll start with black to black. And again, you're gonna get to that stopping point. Not the crimpers, here are the crimpers. Okay, with having the power connected, this is how I want my lights to look. So on, I want the ditch lights illuminated, like I had mentioned before. So the part that I get confused about is, I guess, like which red goes to where. Like all this stuff just kind of confuses me on knowing where my wires should go. Like black and black, easy, I know that for sure. So let's try it like this. So with my headlights on, you can see that my ditch lights is not illuminated. You might not be able to see, maybe right there. Now headlights on, how I have the wire set up right now, the light bar switch is still completely black. Let's take out, oh wait, whoops, that wasn't even connected. Let's try this. Okay, so with them all connected, it's still blacked out. Let's try this red that's closest to our black and see if anything changes. Nothing changes. Light bar is still lit and it's not on. Okay, so let's go back to the black with the green, or next to the green, or sorry, the red next to the green. Okay, I've got the red that was next to the green, got that one connected now. Press the light bar, everything's illuminated and light bar is on. So honestly, that is the exact way I kind of just learned this on my own. Figure out which wire goes what, keep connecting things, look at my light bar, press a button, make sure it's all set up and make sure it turns on. So right now, I'm gonna crimp this one down. Got the green connected in there. And now, again, the red closest to the green is gonna go into the blue from your Heretic wiring harness. That down, make sure, yep, nice and good. And then I forgot my lighter, unfortunately, or a lighter. So what I do, or what I'll do when I get home, is just heat these up and that'll give it a nice hold on these wires. That way none of them pop loose when you're off-roading or just daily driving, or if it gets tugged on. All right, that was not so bad. Let's do a little recap here. So this red wire that's down by the ground is just going to be by itself. It's not going to be connected to anything, and that's exactly how it was when I did my BAJA ditch lights. I didn't know why this wire was by itself. There's a guy that commented who explained it very well. If you go back and look at the comments, it's one of the top ones, and he explains why every wire goes to where pretty well, because I honestly have no idea. Little recap: black is going to go to black as always. The green is going to go to the only red on the Heretic wiring harness. And then you've got the blue, which is going to go to the red next to the green. I mean, that's as good as I can explain it. And then the red next to the black is just going to be free by itself. Now, if I remember correctly, if you connect in this red wire that's by itself, anytime your headlights are on, the blue will be backlit on your switch. I don't want that. I just don't want it confusing me with me thinking it's on when the blue light is on, when I just don't want it like that. So I have it just completely blocked out until I turn on, or until I actually hit the switch. Then they're gonna illuminate. The last thing I need to do is just figure out where I'm gonna mount this until I get my new switch panel. I might just put a little bit of Gorilla Tape and just, I don't know, put this like right there or something. Somewhere where it's out of the way of my knee, maybe there in that spot. That looks pretty good. Sorry about that brightness, jeez. Yeah, so probably just right there, and that'll be how I'll do that. There is a switch panel I'm going to be looking at where it has 5 or 6 tall and skinny switches, just like the ditch lights one, not these chunkier fat ones. Unfortunately, with no coin holder, I can't just put on the 3 tall and skinny from Cali Rays, so I have to buy a whole new panel where I'm just going to pop this out, change out all the switches, and it'll be good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And again, OEM switch for the 40-inch Heretic light bar. Light bar was purchased from Tacoma Beast. Switch was purchased from Cali Rays LED. That being said, we'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.